Hey, it's Joe Crump. This is kind of an extension from the last video that I did. It's called How to Hire a Team for $7 an Hour. And you can go on a website like Odesk or Elance, and you can find people to do this work for you. An admin person you can get for $6 or $7 an hour. I've seen them where you can get them cheaper than that if you're willing to guarantee them 20 hours a week. But just $7 an hour, if you just get somebody to work for you for $5 or 5 hours a week, which you probably don't need at the beginning, to do all your admin work, to run the auto marketer, to make sure all the leads are coming in and to distribute those leads properly. It's not going to take that many hours, but it's going to take a big load off your shoulders. So let's say it's costing you $30, $40 a week to have somebody do that work for you, but it keeps you on track because it keeps, if you're the one who's calling the leads back, they're going to send you those leads and you're going to have to follow up with them, and then you're going to have to send back to them so that they can keep them in the follow-up system if you don't convert them. And if you do convert them, then you can give them to them, and then they can run the Craigslist ad, and they can run the Postlets ad, and they can work with a boots on the ground person to make sure the sign gets put up and get all that stuff taken care of for you. And $7 an hour is probably more than enough to pay somebody to do that. I tend to give people raises. If I find somebody who's good, I'll get them a raise, to $8, $10, $12, $15 an hour, and you can really hold on to people if you treat them right and you take care of them, because their ability to be able to work out of their home on their own time frame, just as long as they get the work done, that's all you really need to care about. You don't need to set a bunch of rigid rules. You don't have to have them come into your office. They can work remotely. They can work through your phone system in the auto marketer, because the auto marketer allows you to set up a phone system for them. You can keep track of all their calls because it records their calls. You can see how long they're on the call. You can see in the CRM in the auto marketer, the CRM is the contact relationship management software that's inside the auto marketer that allows you to keep track of your leads. They can put those leads in there, the new ones that come in. Actually, they're already filtered in there automatically, but they can tag them, call this person, this person, this person. You can call those, you can make notes on them, and then they'll come up again on the day that you're supposed to call them back if they need a follow-up call. Or you can say, these are our leads that we need to do long-term follow-up on, and they can manually put them into the autoresponder, the email autoresponder. But when you talk to those people, you can get their live email address rather than just their Craigslist anonymized email address, and it makes it a little easier for that follow-up to go on long-term, over months, because Craigslist email addresses die off after a few months. So anyway, it's not hard to find these people. You pay them through Odesk, even though they're overseas. They take care of all the taxes. They take care of all the reporting. All you have to do is make the payment, and you can set that up so that it's done automatically. All right, I hope that helps.